Kia ora, Mr Speaker. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou kia ora. Mr Speaker, this week, fluttering around outside Simon Bridges' office, I've found a receipt. Now, Mr Speaker, it seems to list a various number of expenses. Let's go through them. I see here we have 4 nights at the luxurious Intercontinental Hotel in Wellington. We've got a corporate box for Rugby World Cup matches, including the All Blacks game. We have a sailing trip from the Port Nicholson Yacht Club and meals. All the meals and booze you can think of, Mr Speaker, $22,000 of it. We've got lunch, catered by Ruth Pretty at the Palliser Estate Vineyard, lunch at Martin Bosley's and dinner at Logan Brown. All up, Mr Speaker, what we see is $237,000 of taxpayers' money to wine and dine just 11 oil executives over 4 days. So here we see National $237,000 over 4 days. Here we see National blowing an annual ministerial salary in only 4 days on 11 oil executives, demonstrating how out of touch National is and how out of touch they are with the world that Kiwis experience. Mr Speaker, $22,000 just for booze and food equates to about $500 a day per person. Mr Speaker, that's twice what many Kiwi families spend in an entire week at the supermarket, $500 a day. At a time when Kiwis are struggling, working some of the longest hours for some of the lowest wages, with some of the highest costs of living in the developed world, we're seeing this sort of action by the government. At a time when 1 in 4 of our kids are growing up in poverty, when 60% of our rivers are considered unsafe to swim in, something's seriously wrong with National's New Zealand. You see, Kiwis see their ministers splashing money around on some of the richest industries in the world, more interested in the last drops of oil than they are in the last 55 Maui's dolphin. They're subsidising tens of millions of dollars to seabed miners who can't even get a consent through National's EPA, special deals for smelters, tax breaks for oil drillers, pokies for convention centre deals, and our assets sold off for a song to a minority. You see, Mr Speaker, this September Kiwis have a choice. National's pollution economy and crony capitalism, or a smarter, cleaner, fairer New Zealand, which is what the Green Party's espousing. So this election, my message to Kiwis is aroha mai, aroha atu. Love New Zealand. Mr Speaker, I love New Zealand, I love my country, and this election I'm asking Kiwis to party vote Green, to look after, to take advantage, to build and grow the country we love. This election, the Green Party is going to deliver a cleaner environment, a fairer society and a smarter economy. We're stable, we've got a unified caucus, successful co-leaders, and we're ready for government. We're proven. We've led the opposition this term on issues like asset sales, power prices and protecting our Maui's dolphin, and we've worked with National where we can to make practical improvements like the home insulation scheme and the National Cycleway. We're modern. We've brought fresh thinking and up-to-date solutions to Parliament, and we've tackled those issues other parties are ignoring, like climate change, inequality, entrenched inequality, and the underperforming economy. This September, Kiwis have a very clear choice on our country's direction. National says our rivers and streams should be safe for swimming. Well, they don't even say that, Mr Speaker. They say our rivers and streams should only be safe for boating and wading. The Green Party says they should be safe to swimming. National says our economy should continue to be dependent on raw logs, milk powder and hopefully oil. Desperately, desperately hoping for oil. The Greens, however, we've got a plan to build a smarter, greener economy that really works for all New Zealanders. Our vision is an economy that sees Kiwis, for example, in work installing insulation under people's roofs and solar panels on the top. Our plans include a second internet cable for New Zealand and support to grow the internet economy. There is a limit to National's pollution economy. You can see it every day in our toxic rivers and streams. There's no river to the green tech, the clean energy, the IT we could be exporting around the world. We're going to deliver that smart, green, innovative economy through personal and business tax cuts to everyone by putting a charge on carbon polluters. We're going to invest $1 billion in extra research and development to help our green tech sector. And we're going to establish a green investment bank to kickstart investment in smart green projects that create good jobs. National, they won't look. They won't count, they won't act when it comes to growing child poverty and inequality, but the Greens, We're going to deliver a fairer society where every child has enough to thrive. We've got a plan for a cleaner, fairer, smarter Aotearoa New Zealand. It's a very clear choice Kiwis have got this September, and we're urging them to get on the roll, make sure they vote, and party vote green.
Members' time has expired. The Honourable Joe Goodhue.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, yes, we are here nearly at the end of the 50th Parliament. And my goodness, it's a round number, but by golly, it's been a challenging 3 years for New Zealand.